name's Artemis, and I am a tea-drinking, slipper-wearing, tickle-loving doggo with the softest pizza around, and I am not ashamed to admit any of that. Though, admittedly, it did take a couple of years for me to get that level of confidence and comfort within myself because of the ass clowns in this world that force their disgustingly repressed agenda down everyone's throats like they're some shitty TV show with an awful ending.
Shame. 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 Shame.
Indeed, there are a great many things that people love and enjoy that become integral parts of who they are and what makes their life worth living, but there's always going to be people sitting there waiting to shit on it. So why don't we go in and see what it is with these assholes that makes them want to shit all over everything and maybe find a way to just let people enjoy things. Now, of course, you're going to have some things that you are going to enjoy, some things that people are going to badmouth, and it's quite a little bit of a rocky journey figuring out what some of those can be. There are a great many interests that you might find in your life that are more appealing than others or easier/harder to understand than others. There are things like tabletop gaming, cars, typical hetero stuff that your dad's going to be really proud that you're going down the pub to support. That sort of stuff can be quite easy, kind of, to get people on board with. And of course, there are going to be some that are less mainstream, more niche, those kind of things that are going to take a little bit of adapting for most people to figure out and understand. And obviously, finding your way through life, you're going to have to make some tough decisions and discoveries to figure out which one of these actually line up with you and learn the truth that, honestly, football is the most boring shit in the fucking world. They're just overpriced pansies who can't play a real sport. There, I said it. Fuck off. But yes, you will find your way to your interests, and it can be a very beautiful moment.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view.
Whoa, hang the fuck up. Come, Lube, are you fucking serious? You are not attaching my joyous reaction to that, alright? Go back and redo it, you fuck.
A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view.
That's better. Jesus, you should know better than that by now. But why am I bringing this up, you may ask? Why am I speaking about this when I've spoken about it before in a couple of videos? Well, I believe it's relevant because the first step to shooting down people who are going to shit all over on you is being able to accept yourself and actually figure out what it is you like and learning that, honestly, it's something that is a part of you and you're not going to just stand by and let people trash. But how exactly do you go about doing that? Well, first of all, you segue to a whole segment about it. History is full of people attacking each other because of what they love and believe and how it contradicts with what other people love and believe. And if you need any examples for that, just take a look at religious history and there's plenty of that shit. But of course, the people we're going to be dealing with are not quite on the same level of genocide, for instance, but they are more individually focused on just tearing stuff apart for no real reason or gain. Just take a look at any YouTube comment section. You will see plenty of shitty edgelords thinking that their words are actually worth falling out of their cum dumpster of a mouth and spewing onto the internet, as if anyone really gives a shit what it is they have to say. And honestly, doesn't really bear thinking about, taking to heart, or even responding to. It's white noise at this stage. To get a bit deep for a second, let's do it. There we go. That's nice and serious now. The whole act of tearing down something that someone else enjoys is itself a symptom of someone having nothing in their life that they actually love and enjoy, of being judged too harshly for the things they do like and feeling ashamed. And they can't find that acceptance within themselves. They can't find that acceptance from the sources that they seek it from. And if they can't have it, nobody can have it. So their reaction is to reach out to other people and say, well, no, if I feel shitty, you have to feel shitty as well. And what I like isn't objectively or subjectively worse than what you like. Therefore, fuck you. I'm going to make you feel like shit because I can't make myself feel any better. Oh, there we go. Just take off the psychoanalyzing hat there. We can get back to dick jokes and shit now. Let's get rid of that. And of course, when dealing with someone like that, you can't fix that problem. And honestly, there's only really one perfect reaction to dealing with them. And it's nice and simple.
Fuck you very, very much.
You gotta learn to just block that shit out. Enjoy what you enjoy because you enjoy it. And anyone who says otherwise, fuck them off. Although, I will admit, there are some things you can do to make it a bit easier on yourself. Just as pretty obvious that not everybody is going to share the same interest in everything, I hope it's just as obvious that there is a time and a place for certain things to be brought up. Please don't misunderstand me here and think that I'm telling you you need to hide parts of yourself just to conform. That is obviously not the truth. You live who you are, you live your own truth, you live your life how you want to live it, and anyone who doesn't like it can fucking do one now, can't they? It's your identity, not their fucking conformity. But that is not to say that there are not certain times and certain interests that aren't going to quite gel with certain people. For instance, let's do a little example. Let's say that you are a brony and you have a deep love of, I don't know, is it Apple Jacks? I don't know the fucking names of these things. But you love them, they're the best character, you absolutely adore the merchandise, you have the lot. But you work on like a building site for the stereotypical hard lads. Yeah, let's go down the fucking pipe, sink a few pints and look at some tits. Proper, you know, stereotypical blokes, shall we say. Do you really think that you're going to be able to go down there whilst they're ogling like they still live in the fucking 70s at people and have a decent conversation about the complexities of the plot of your favourite episode of My Little Pony? No, that's just not going to work out how you want it to. So don't even try. Compartmentalization is obviously the best way to deal with certain things like this, and sometimes there is a hill that you need to die on and say, no, this is a part of me and a part of my life and I will not stand for you tearing it down. But also sometimes you have to admit to yourself, maybe I shouldn't have exposed people to that at this time. I mean, take fursuiting for instance, there are plenty of times when it's just not appropriate.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to commemorate and celebrate the life of our dear beloved aunt, Karen Ditchinson.
Oh, I just miss them so much. Oh, I need snuggles. I want snuggles.
See, this is why cousins shouldn't marry. Good evening, sir. Evening. Table for one? But of course, please take a seat and a waiter will be with you soon. Thank you.
Right then, lonely heart, you're up. What flavour of warmed up, brown, soupy, microwavable shit can we spit in for you tonight? Come on, I ain't got all fucking night, God.
Welcome, just take a seat and we can begin in just a moment. Just fill these out. Okay. I guess that answers more than a few questions now, doesn't it? Nurse, can you get me the forms for sectioning, please?
See, that shit's pretty fucking obvious, right? I mean, I fucking hope it is, Jesus. Now, up to this point, we've been talking about being on the receiving end, about taking it, which is obviously something that most fairies will seem to enjoy, judging on the fandom, and it's another sodomy joke. Jesus, I should really put a fucking counter for these things in these videos. But that's not just the only side of the coin, is it? Maybe you are one of these people. Maybe you yourself look at other things and judge them. You think, oh, that's disgusting, that's fucked up, I'm going to take the piss out of it because it's an easy target. And I mean, as much as I can understand that mindset, there's only really one piece of advice I have for you. Fucking stop! Honestly, for really reals, no exaggeration and no jokes. Don't do that shit. It's damaging for both you and everyone else. If your reaction to seeing someone talking passionately about something that they love deeply is to find it weird and therefore shit all over it, then please get some professional help, because that is borderline sociopathic behaviour, you fucked up little dude. Honestly, it really is just as easy as shutting the fuck up. See? Look.
This vor stuff is fucking just... anal as well, just gross. Just...
No one cares.
Who the fuck would even be into BDSM?
Doesn't affect you anyway.
Sadism, I mean, come on. Even sadism, you've
If
got
it's
to just...
consensual, then who gives a fuck?
Yeah, right, forget the rest of it. Fucking tickling in feet, what the fuck
Wait,
is
wait, hang on. No one's gonna fucking believe that we've got a problem with that, alright?
Now, I can speak from experience. I will admit to you here that I am a doggo of faults who has overcome them somewhat, hopefully. And I have been this person before. I have been the person that takes a look at things and thinks, well, that's not to my tastes, it's a little bit funny, so I'm going to make a shitload of jokes about it. And sometimes it's lighthearted, sometimes it's banter, but also sometimes it doesn't matter if it's lighthearted or if it's banter, you're still attacking something that somebody holds dear and enjoys. Now, occasionally it got me a cheap pop, occasionally it got me a cheap laugh. More importantly, what it often did was offset people's attention from what I myself was self-conscious about. And ultimately what it did was damage both me and the other people around me. It pushed people away and I was unable to form connections with them, and it made me feel more judged about my shit. It's not a healthy thing to do, to shit all over someone else, and I honestly do believe that it is a symptom of a deeper internal judgment upon yourself and a lack of acceptance for who you really are. And I get it. I mean, you feel this and you want to vent it out and you're not sure how to do it, and sometimes it's just your knee-jerk reaction. It's the only way you feel safe in society. It's your place is just to make jokes and to be funny and to tear at other people, and sometimes they do find it funny, but then where is the line? Where do you stop? And at what point do you have to face up that this is something that they love and this is something that I'm now making jokes about? What does that say about me as a person? When you have that level of negativity and you think that getting it out onto other people will get it away from you, you're wrong. All you're doing is multiplying it. There is just more negativity now, and that's never a fucking good thing. So stop. And I do think that the first step to stopping is accepting yourself, is being open with yourself about what it is you like and what it is you enjoy, and finding people who will accept it as well. I found a deeper level of acceptance with myself and the things that I like, and it spread. I stopped taking the piss out of things. I stopped taking the piss out of people so harshly. I looked at things that people like that I do honestly find just weird or bizarre, but my reaction isn't, oh, I'm gonna make a whole video tearing that apart. My reaction is, it makes them happy and it doesn't hurt anybody. Good on them. I'm happy that they found that. I'm happy that they have that. That should be everybody's reaction. Now, of course, I'm not saying that this just covers up all manner of sins and that you can use this logic willy-nilly to excuse the worst shit of yourself. Please do not think that I'm just saying like, oh yeah, well this means that we can be into all manner of disgusting stuff because Artemis said it's all about us. Some things you shouldn't like, some things are dangerous, some things we shouldn't accept, okay? And if I have to spell them out for you, then there's something wrong there. You should know that instinctually. But yes, there you have it. There are some thoughts on just letting people enjoy things, because honestly, what does it gain you? What's the purpose of you shitting on someone else's, enjoyment of like a film, TV show, fetish, kink, whatever? What does it gain you? Absolutely fucking nothing. Okay? So just don't do that shit. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I always hope you enjoy these videos. Otherwise, I wouldn't make them now, would I? I hope you're all keeping safe and lockdowns are easing. So hopefully everyone's feeling a little bit more chipper after the shitty first half of this year. If you do feel like supporting, there it is. I'm doing my own sound effects now, it's lovely. I'm always going to put it up there. You probably already know it. In fact, most of you have probably turned off the video right now, honestly. I'm probably just talking to myself at this point. Say anything I want, anything at all. I just make some more paw pictures lately. Who knows, maybe I'll just release them for free. Just put loads of videos out, that would be good. Hey, I could buy some more fucking slippers. Or maybe an espresso machine. I've been thinking about that. That'll be some good shit. I wonder what the fuck Milo's doing. Is this actually still on? Fuck. Sorry, bye.